What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to O'Leary's Garden, where life is a garden. Today I'm bringing you How to Homestead episode 4, and we're going to be talking a little bit more about feeding your chickens. So if you can see what's behind me there a little bit, a lot of these seeds and stuff that we put in are kicking in pretty well. Some of the grass is coming back, but it seems like a lot of the things that we planted are out competing them pretty well. We've got flowers, which means we'll probably get seeds, as well as that thing, that little pile of half-ass compost. I mean, it's grass clippings and like some kitchen scraps. Now that they're getting a little bigger, most of the kitchen scraps we're throwing right in the run. We're only letting them out here in the pasture thing once in a while because these plants are still getting established. I don't know how it's going to go anyway. I mean, by the time they're big, even if these plants are established, because they're mostly herbaceous type species, they could till up and ruin this whole thing. I don't know what's going to happen. So that's kind of the whole premise of these videos that I'm making for you guys is, you know, I'm just trying to get you all, any of you who want to do this, to get your ass in gear and just start trying stuff. You know, I mean, there's the potential of harming something, okay? But if you do some research and you take care, you probably will be pretty successful in growing your own food, okay? So look how excited they are to come out here. So I want to get y'all thinking about what these critters might eat in nature. If you weren't feeding them, what would they be doing? How would they find food? If you want to do this the right way, in my opinion, you need to stop thinking like a CAFO, commercial animal feeding operation, and start thinking like a chicken. These birds come from the jungles of Southeast Asia. How often do you think they're scrounging the jungle floor and they find corn and soybeans and clamshells? They've been domesticated over a period of about 8,000 years, but we haven't bred out their chickenhood, their survival instinct. They're still chickens. They're still Southeast Asian jungle birds. I know they're cute and it's easy to treat them that way. Who's the cutest little birdie? Who's the cutest little birdie? But we've kept them around this long because of their resiliency. Not because if you accidentally put an onion in your compost bucket, they're gonna fucking die. There are some things you shouldn't feed them, like chocolate, avocado pits and peels, nightshade greens. But in general, I think they have a better sense of food direction than we do. And if you give them plenty of available food, they will tend to not eat the things that they're not supposed to. Of all this area they have to pick from, look where they go. The compost. This isn't because they want to eat the compost, it's because they want to eat the bugs in the compost. If you set one of these birds in a box with a strawberry and a grub, they ain't gonna give two shits about that strawberry. Now, I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but these birds aren't starving. They get plenty to eat. So when we let them out and they dig through this stuff, the decomposing material, which is pretty similar to what they would find on a jungle forest floor, it tells us what they want to eat, what they feel as chickens they're supposed to eat. Bugs. So give them what they're craving. A chicken is at its peak chickenness when it's digging through fungally dominated, rotting forest floors for insect-based protein. I'm not saying they don't eat vegetation. Put yourself as a chicken in a jungle. You'd have an abundance of both. And in that jungle there will be growing plants that a chicken should not eat. But without those plants, that soil would lack diversity, which brings a diversity of microbes and insects that the chickens are looking for. So my model and my recommendation is to provide them with an area large enough to contain both a fungally dominated compost type pile and soil as well as vegetation, and incorporate all of your kitchen scraps, including paper towels and paper plates, onions, citrus peels, and throw them in there to decompose into that soil and compost to bring in diversity and microbes and insects. Am I right? I don't know. I'm 26 and sometimes I still trust a fart. But this is what I'm doing here, and these birds look pretty damn happy. All I aim to do with these videos is show you what I'm doing and lead by example. Do your own research. Make your own decisions. But if you ask me, I'm gonna tell you to give your chickens a jungle. With that, this has been another episode of How to Homestead with O'Leary's Garden. If you like the videos that we're doing here and I've been able to teach you something, please help support me by doing your Amazon shopping at o'learylink.com. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you on the next one. What's wrong? What? What do you mean? Guess what? Chicken butt!